captured by the James Webb Space Telescope. We're told these pictures show newly formed stars in a region called the Pillars of Creation. These images are stunning.
Captured by the James Webb Space Telescope, these images shocked the scientific world. At first, astronomers expected faint, blurry, galaxy-tiny building blocks of the early cosmos. But instead, Webb revealed something impossible: mature galaxies, massive black holes, and ordered structures appearing far earlier than the laws of physics should allow. Think about that for a second. The universe was barely out of infancy, just a few 100 million years old, and yet Webb found galaxies that looked billions of years ahead of their time. Does this mean we've misunderstood the story of creation itself? Or could it be that the universe is hiding rules we haven't yet discovered? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I really want to hear what you think. Before we continue, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, because what you're about to hear will completely change the way you see the cosmos. Astronomers tasked Webb with surveying a region of space that Hubble once saw only as faint shadows, but Webb's infrared vision brought clarity where there was once only haze. Suddenly, galaxies appeared that seemed impossibly massive for their age, colliding in elegant spirals and glowing with heavy elements that shouldn't even exist yet. According to our models, galaxies at this point in time should have been turbulent, messy, and barely holding themselves together. Instead, Webb showed structures with symmetry, with maturity, and even with black holes burning at their cores. How is that possible? Let me ask you, do you believe the universe really skipped steps in its evolution? Or are we missing something entirely new, some hidden cosmic shortcut? The deeper Webb looked, the stranger things became. Light from over 13 billion years ago revealed galaxies colliding in graceful spirals, their arms stretching like dancers across the void. These weren't supposed to exist for billions of years yet. The evidence suggested that creation itself was moving faster, hotter, and more efficiently than anyone dared to imagine. Spectroscopic data added another twist. These galaxies weren't primitive at all. They contained carbon, oxygen, and even traces of iron elements forged only after multiple generations of stars lived and died. But wait, how could entire cycles of stellar birth and death have happened in just a few 100 million years? So I'll ask you, do you think the universe is hiding a secret clock ticking faster than we ever imagined? Or is there something about time itself we don't yet understand? And then came the black holes, gigantic ones. Webb captured galaxies with cores burning so bright they betrayed the presence of supermassive black holes millions or even billions of solar mass at the dawn of time. But hold on, black holes of that scale were thought to take billions of years to grow. They were supposed to feed slowly, consuming matter over unimaginable spans of time. Yet Webb showed them fully formed almost immediately after the Big Bang. This raises a chilling question. Could black holes have been born instantly at the beginning of the universe? Or dare I say, were they there before the Big Bang itself? And here's where it gets even stranger. Webb's deep surveys didn't just find one or two anomalies. They found clusters, groups of galaxies glowing with complexity far too early in cosmic history, massive structures spinning with balance and symmetry. When the universe should have been nothing but chaos. The implications are staggering. If galaxies were assembling this quickly, then perhaps the cosmic scaffolding, the web of dark matter that shapes the universe, was denser, stronger, or even stranger than anyone ever imagined. So here's a question for you. What if dark matter isn't what we think at all? What if it behaves differently, bending reality in ways our equations can't yet predict? Webb's discoveries didn't just rewrite textbooks. They forced us to confront mysteries bigger than science alone. What if the constants of nature, the speed of light, the strength of gravity were different in the early universe? Could the laws of physics themselves have changed since the dawn of time? And if that's true, here's the real mind-bender. What if other regions of the universe operate under entirely different rules of physics? Different timelines, different structures, maybe even different forms of life? Would you call that science or something closer to science fiction? The visual spectacle itself was breathtaking. Webb captured ribbons of stars stretched between colliding galaxies, fiery starbursts erupting like cosmic fireworks, and brilliant cores shining with impossible intensity. To look at these images wasn't just to see data whist, to witness the universe breaking its own rules. For astronomers, this was humbling. For all our equations and theories, Webb proved that the cosmos is still capable of shocking us. It reminded humanity of a simple but profound truth. The universe is not a puzzle already solved, is a story still unfolding. So let me leave you with this. If the universe could create galaxies, black holes, and elements in a fraction of the time we thought possible, then what else is it hiding from us? Could life itself be more inevitable than we imagine? Could civilizations exist, born from cosmic rules we've never encountered? And maybe the biggest question of all, did Webb just capture the first hint that our universe is more than one story, that it may hold chapters we aren't even ready to read? Let me know your theories in the comments below. I'm curious to see what you think. If you enjoyed this journey into Webb's impossible discoveries, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. The universe still has secrets, and together, we're just beginning to uncover them. But Webb's surprises didn't stop there. Using the strange warping of space itself, gravitational lensing Webb was able to magnify background galaxies using massive clusters in the foreground. What it found was staggering. Multiple arcs of galaxies, some appearing as mirror images of themselves, stretched by the invisible hand of dark matter. Think about this. The universe is literally acting as its own telescope. Space itself is bending light, giving us glimpses into regions we would otherwise never see. And what did Webb find there? More impossibilities, more galaxies that looked far too evolved for their age. So, let me ask you, if the universe is using its own tricks to reveal these secrets, does that mean it wants us to see them? Or are we simply stumbling onto truths we were never supposed to uncover? Then there was the cosmic web. Webb detected thread-like structures, massive filaments of gas and dark matter stretching across the early universe. According to theory, these filaments should have taken billions of years to form. But Webb showed them already in place, just a few 100 million years after the Big Bang. It was as if the universe was impatient, weaving its grand design almost instantly. Entire clusters of galaxies connected like jewels on a necklace, drawn together by invisible strings. So here's a question for you. Do you think the universe is fundamentally drawn to order, to beauty, to symmetry? Or are we only projecting human ideas onto something we still barely understand? And maybe the strangest revelation of all dust, not just starlight, but cosmic dust glowing in the young galaxies. Dust is made of heavy elements like carbon and silicon. But here's the catch. That dust can only exist if multiple generations of stars had already lived and died, exploding into supernova and scattering their remains into space. So how is it possible that galaxies, barely born, were already full of this material? And even more shocking, some of that dust carried the chemical fingerprints of molecules that could be precursors to life. Let me ask you directly, if the building blocks of life existed so early in cosmic history, does that mean life itself is far more common in the universe than we ever imagined? Think about that. The universe was supposed to be an infant, but instead, it looked like a teenager, skipping billions of years of growth. Does this mean everything we thought we knew about cosmic history is wrong? Or is the universe hiding shortcuts in its evolution that we've never imagined? Let me know what you think, because this is where the mystery truly begins. When Webb turned its gaze to regions of space Hubble once showed as faint smudges, it saw structures with shocking clarity, galaxies glowing with symmetry, colliding in spirals, and radiating with heavy elements like carbon and oxygen, materials that should have taken countless generations of stars to form. Yet here they were, just a few 100 million years after the Big Bang. How could entire cycles of star birth and death have already occurred? Could the cosmic clock itself be running differently than we think? The most mind-bending discovery was the black holes. Not small ones, not baby ones, but gigantic, supermassive black holes, millions or even billions of times heavier than our sun, They were already in place at the dawn of time. But according to our models, black holes of this size take billions of years to grow. How then did they appear so quickly? Could black holes have been born instantly at the very beginning of creation? Or were they there even before the Big Bang? And it wasn't just one anomaly. Webb uncovered clusters, entire groups of galaxies glowing with complexity far too early. They formed balanced structures, cosmic cities, when the universe was supposed to be pure chaos. This raises another question. What role does dark matter play in all this? Could dark matter be shaping the universe faster than we ever thought possible? Bending reality in ways our equations still can't explain. The telescope also revealed something astonishing through gravitational lensing. By using massive galaxy clusters as natural magnifying glasses, Webb bent the light of distant galaxies and magnified them. What appeared shocked astronomers even more: multiple copies of the same galaxy, stretched and mirrored across space, revealing impossibly mature structures hidden in the depths of time. Doesn't it feel almost as though the universe is using its own tricks to show us secrets we weren't supposed to see? Then came the discovery of the cosmic web, massive threads of gas and dark matter stretching across unimaginable distances. These filaments, according to theory, should have taken billions of years to form, but Webb revealed them almost instantly after the Big Bang. Entire clusters of galaxies connected like pearls on a necklace, drawn together by invisible strings. So what does this mean? Could it be that the universe is naturally drawn to order, to symmetry, to beauty? Or are we simply projecting our human sense of pattern onto something much larger? And perhaps the most shocking of all, dust, not the kind you find at home, but cosmic dust glowing in young galaxies. Dust that could only exist if massive stars had already lived, died, and exploded into supernova, scattering the ingredients for planets and even life. Even stranger, Webb detected chemical fingerprints of complex molecules within this dust, molecules that could act as precursors to biology. If these ingredients existed so early, does that mean life itself might be far more common than we've ever dared to believe? At this point, Webb's discoveries go beyond science and enter philosophy. If the universe can skip steps, create galaxies in record time, and scatter the seeds of life almost instantly, then maybe the cosmos isn't random at all. Maybe it has direction, maybe it has rhythm, or maybe the laws of physics themselves are not fixed. They could change, evolve, or even break, depending on where and when you look. This leads to one haunting thought. What if other parts of the universe operate under different rules entirely? Different physics, different chemistry, even different forms of time. If that's the case, could there be entire realities we'll never fully grasp, shaped by laws that defy our imagination? The images Webb gave us are not just beautiful, they're unsettling. Spiraling galaxies dancing across the void, fiery starbursts exploding like cosmic fireworks, brilliant black holes blazing in the darkness. Each picture is a reminder that the universe is still capable of breaking its own rules right before our eyes. And so we are left with more questions than answers. If galaxies, black holes, and life's building blocks could appear so quickly, what else could the universe be hiding from us? Could civilizations exist, born from these strange cosmic shortcuts, living under laws of nature we haven't even discovered yet? And perhaps the biggest question of all, did Webb just capture the first hints that our universe is not one simple story, but a book with chapters we haven't even begun to read? And yet, even after all these revelations, Webb left humanity humbled. For generations, we thought we were slowly uncovering the universe, step by careful step. But Webb showed that the cosmos doesn't follow our timetable, accelerates, skips steps, and surprises even the most seasoned astronomers. The implications are staggering. If the universe can create galaxies, black holes, and even chemical complexity at such a pace, what does that say about the inevitability of life, the emergence of planets, or the evolution of consciousness? Could intelligence itself be a natural consequence of these cosmic bursts of creation? Even more unsettling are the patterns Webb revealed: alignments, clusters, and rotations in these ancient galaxies, that hint at a universe far more organized than theory predicted. The cosmic web, dark matter, filaments, and gravitational lenses all suggest that some unseen scaffolding has guided creation since the very beginning. Was it randomness, or was there a hidden design embedded in the laws of nature? And then there's the human perspective. To stare at these distant galaxies is to look back in time, to witness the universe as it was billions of years ago. It's to confront the limits of our knowledge, the narrow beam of understanding that humanity has managed to shine into the vast darkness. Each golden spiral, each fiery core, each lensed galaxy whispers a story that we are only beginning to decode. So I ask you, what would you do if you discovered that the universe's rules are far stranger than we imagine? Could life exist under conditions we've never considered? Could civilizations be thriving in corners of the cosmos where physics takes a different path? Webb's impossible encounter is more than a scientific anomaly, is an invitation. An invitation to question, to wonder, to imagine. Every photon of light captured is a message from the past. A reminder that the cosmos is a storyteller writing in a language we are only beginning to read. And as Webb continues its mission, scanning deeper and deeper into space, we are left with a thrilling uncertainty. The universe is not a static puzzle to solve, but a living, evolving mystery. Each new discovery challenges our assumptions, forces us to rethink the known laws, and opens doors to possibilities we never dreamed existed. So here's one final question for you, viewer. If the universe can surprise even the greatest minds on Earth, what secrets might it be holding about your own place within it? How much of reality remains hidden, waiting for us to finally notice? The James Webb Space Telescope has not just expanded our vision of the cosmos, it has expanded our imagination, our humility, and our curiosity. Its images remind us that, no matter how much we know, the universe will always have stories yet untold, mysteries yet unsolved, and wonders that will continue to inspire awe for generations to come. And now, I want to hear from you. What do you think Webb's discoveries mean for humanity? Do you believe life is inevitable in the universe, or is Earth truly unique? Could there be forces we haven't even imagined shaping the cosmos? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Because these questions aren't just for scientists, they're for all of us who dare to look up and wonder. And yet, as we stare deeper into the universe, Webb reminds us of a humbling truth. The cosmos does not unfold according to human expectations. It does not follow our neat timelines or our carefully constructed models. Instead, it surprises, accelerates, and breaks rules we thought were absolute. Every spiral galaxy, every blazing black hole, every filament of the cosmic web hints at a universe that is impatient to create, to organize, to surprise. Could it be that complexity, life, and intelligence are not rare accidents, but inevitable outcomes of this cosmic drive? And if the universe can assemble massive galaxies and forge the building blocks of life in mere moments, what does that imply about what else might be possible somewhere we cannot yet see? Even more mind-bending is the idea that the universe may not be uniform everywhere. If one corner of the cosmos can evolve so quickly, might there be regions governed by different laws of physics, alternate realities, hidden dimensions, or forces that act in ways we cannot imagine? It's a possibility that stretches the limits of science and philosophy alike. And there's the human perspective. Looking at these ancient galaxies is like peering into a mirror of time, showing us both the infancy of the universe and the vastness of what we have yet to understand. Our knowledge is but a narrow beam in the infinite darkness, and yet each photon web captures each impossible structure it reveals. Is a whisper. The universe still has stories to tell, and we are privileged to witness them. So here's the question I want to leave with you. If the universe can surprise even the greatest minds on Earth, how much more might it be hiding? Could life, civilizations, or forms of matter exist that we cannot yet conceive? Could there be laws of physics that are completely alien to our understanding? Webb's impossible discoveries are more than anomalies, they are invitations. Invitations to wonder, to question, to imagine. Every glimpse into the distant past is a challenge to abandon certainty, to embrace curiosity, and to accept that the universe is far grander and stranger than we have ever dreamed. And as Webb continues its mission, revealing galaxies, filaments, dust clouds, and chemical precursors to life, we are left with an exhilarating uncertainty. The universe is not a puzzle neatly solved, but a living, evolving mystery. It reminds us that human knowledge is limited, yet the thrill of discovery is limitless. So, I ask you one final time, what does Webb's glimpse of the impossible tell us about our place in the universe? Are we rare, or is complexity inevitable? What secrets might still lie hidden, waiting for the next telescope, the next generation, or even the next moment of discovery? The James Webb Space Telescope has shown us not only the early cosmos, but the boundless potential of imagination itself. It has shattered complacency, expanded our perspective, and invited humanity to dream bigger, wonder deeper, and never stop looking up. Now it's your turn. Tell us in the comments what you think Webb has truly revealed. Do you believe we are alone, or is the universe teeming with unseen life? Do these impossible galaxies hint at forces we cannot yet understand? Could there be truths that will change everything we know about existence itself?